Welcome to Beyond Sunday at Seymour Heights, a podcast created to go beyond the Sunday service experience, exploring some of the deeper questions of our faith and offering additional content from behind the scenes and the cutting room floor. I'm your host, Adam, and over the last several weeks, you've got to meet a few of our early members that have helped shape our church over the last 50 years. Today, we get to hear from Amanda Hall. She grew up going to church here at Seymour Heights, and she shares how she has made this her church home to raise her family in. Let's tune in and hear from her now.
Hi, I'm Amanda Hall, and I've been at Seymour Heights since 1997. We moved here in 1995 and began going to this church, and where my mom, she would sing on stage with the worship team. I was baptized in 2002 by Jim Knowles. I was in third grade, and that's when the church was half the size it was now, and the current youth room was actually the sanctuary. I remember growing up in this church, and every birthday, Pastor Bob would give us a bag of coins and have us come up to the front and get those bags of coins, and I always thought that that was really cool. And growing up, I was in the youth group, and we would go on trips to Cincinnati. We would go to Hershey Park on doing the Bible Bunch and being a part of that. And we'd also do Vegging Out, which was an activity during the summertime where kids in the youth group would get together, and we'd go on different field trips to like Dollywood, to downtown Knoxville, and have a good time doing that. I really started seeing my relationship with God grow on a personal level when we were on these youth group trips, and when we would have that direct interaction with the kids and being a light to them, especially in Cincinnati. I remember some of the kids there, their parents, they were metal, they made their money from metal, from finding scrap metal, and that's all that their family knew. Sometimes the kids would be left at home, or they would just get dropped off at the church while their parents went out and did these sort of things. And so we were really the hands and feet of Christ and just building a relationship with them. And sometimes that was the only interaction that they really got that day. And I really remember getting a lot closer to Christ during those times and seeing that not only could I touch their lives, but they really touch mine and teach me things that I didn't know, just kind of being stuck in the Seymour bubble. TCTC was a lot of fun. We would go there every January, and that was a fun way to go and experience other kids that were our age, and have speakers there that really related with us and spoke to us being in high school. And I remember some of my friends even going with on those trips and getting saved, and that was a great experience. We got to see Grits in concert. If you know who Grits is, we got to see them there, and it was a lot of fun. So my mom, she sang on stage with the worship team. I remember her and Cindy and Patty and Suzanne Graves up there singing, and Bob and Sue Berry on Sundays. And I remember 4 Tickets to Christmas, the musicals that they would do, and my mom was the Partridge in the Pear Tree, and that was great. And I think it's awesome that I am now too on stage being a part of the worship ministry and using my voice that I would say I got from my mom, using my voice to share Christ through that and having that gift. And it's been really cool being able to do that and share that experience with my mom. And it's also great to watch my kids grow up in church, because there's been a lot of times in my life where I may have strayed away from Christ, and I didn't go to church as often, but because my mom brought me to church, she instilled in me the relationship with Christ that never goes away. And so I know too, with having my kids here at church, that is something that they will always have, and that's being passed down from generation to generation. I'm really excited to watch our church grow over the next 50 years. I hope that we can continue to reach out to the community and encourage more people to come to our church or get involved in church in general. I would love to see all generations come to our church and get involved. And I'm excited to see what the future holds for our church and where my kids fall into place in this church and their role. And I'm excited to be a part of that as well and to be used however God wants to use me and everybody else at this church. I'm really excited for that.